embodiments of love and light. A loving Sairam to all of you, and welcome to another edition of Launchbox Sai Center's online Satsang. As we prepare ourselves for devotion today, let us truly try to make the best use of this opportunity. Let us live in this moment, fully engage ourselves in this moment. Let us keep our minds focused on God in whichever form is dearest to you. As the bhajans are being sung, let us sing along with them and let us clap our hands. With such unity of thought, word and deed, we will indeed have maximum spiritual benefit during this hour of devotion. Let us also set our intention for this hour of devotion. I intend to reconnect to the God that I am. I intend to realize that I am God and that everyone and everything is God. As we repeat these intentions mentally, let us feel what it would feel like to realize that you are God. A feeling of oneness with all of creation. A feeling of complete love for all of creation. A feeling of ultimate bliss and total serenity. Let us hold that feeling within as we now begin our devotion with our opening prayer.
Shiva Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
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 Premavatara Sai Avatara,
Devavatara Sai Avatara,
Premavatara Sai Avatara,
Devavatara Sai Avatara,
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
Ramavatara Sai Raghuram,
Ramavatara Sai Raghuram,
Ramavatara Sai Raghuram,
Ramavatara Sai Raghuram,
Krishna Krishnavatara Sai Ganesha,
Krishnavatara Sai Ganesha,
Krishnavatara Sai Ganesha,
Krishnavatara Sai Ganesha,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
Premavatara Sai Avatara,
Premavatara Sai Avatara,
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram,
Ramavatara Sai Raghuram,
Ramavatara Sai Raghuram,
Krishnavatara Sai Ganesha,
Krishnavatara Sai Ganesha,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Shivavatara Sai Shivara,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram,
Sarvavatara Satya Sai Ram.
Jai Sai Ram, Jai Sai Ram.
Sairam, everybody. I will now introduce the Valika segment. Sairam.
I will be reciting Bhagavad Gita, chapter 12, verse 12. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. And better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of actions. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of the mind. Sairam.
Sharade, Sharade, Hansavahini Sharade.
Sharade, Sharade, Hamsavahini Sharade.
Sharade, Sharade, Hansavahini Sharade.
Sharade, Sharade, Hamsavahini Sharade.
Sharade, Sharade,
Robin the Rabbit. It's market day in Ananda Forest, and Robin the Rabbit needs money to buy some carrots.
Good morning, Honey Bear. Please may I borrow some money from you to buy some carrots?
Arey bhai Robin, I just finished spending all my money.
Okay, never mind. I'll ask Mr. Brown, the owl, if he could lend me some money. Mr. Brown, will you lend me some money, please?
Robin, no. You took 2 months to return the money that you borrowed last time.
This time I'll return it sooner, I promise.
No, I'm sorry. I don't trust you enough.
Okay, I will ask Mr. Monkey to lend me the money.
Hey, Robin, I just lent all my money to Dolly the duck, Her ducklings got mumps, and she needed the money for medicine, Sorry, Robin, Please, I can't lend you any. Sorry,
Alright, I will ask Ringo dear if she can lend me the money.
Robin, when you have money, you spend it all on useless parties. And then you keep borrowing from all of us. I will not lend you money. I want you to use your money wisely.
Oh God, what do I do now? Okay, let me ask Mother Earth. Mother Earth, please lend me some money. I will return it next week, I promise. Thank you, Mother Earth. I will return this to you next week.
I hope you will keep your word.
Yes, I will definitely return the money next week on Monday.
All right, enjoy yourself. Have a happy day.
Thank you, Mother Earth. Bye. See you on Monday. Same time, same place.
Robin rushed to the market, brought a sack full of carrots, and that day he invited all his friends for a carrot party. The next week on Monday morning.
Oh no, it is Monday. I don't want to return the money to Mother Earth. I need the money to buy some spinach and more carrots. What do I do now? I will run away.
Robin ran away. He ran as far as he could to the end of the forest. He hid in a burrow. There he heard the Mother Earth.
Robin, how can you ever run away from me? Wherever you go, I am right under you, my dear. Do not be naughty, Robin. Return the money you had borrowed. Keep your promise, my dear.
Yes, Mother Earth. Here's the money. Thank you for lending it to me, and I am sorry I did not give it to you right away.
It's all right, my dear. I am glad you have realized your mistake.
Sairam, the moral of the story is, just how Robin tried to run away from Mother Earth, we try to run away from God. But it is not possible, because everywhere we go, God is always there and exists at every moment, at every time. Sairam.
Guided visualization on universal light. Imagine that there is a light in front of you. Using your imagination, bring this light to the forehead and into the head. Let the head be filled with light. Then think, whenever there is light, darkness cannot be present. I will only think good and useful thoughts. Expand the light to the heart and imagine that there is a flower bud there. When the light reaches the flower bud, see it is opening into a beautiful flower. Feel it opening. See? It is full of love, peace, and joy. Let the light expand down the two arms to the hands. Let these hands be filled with light. Think, let me do only good, kind, and helpful things. Now, the light expands through the body and down the legs to the feet. Think, may my feet take me places where I will be safe and in good company. Be aware of the light in the head and in the mouth and tongue. Think, may I always speak the truth and only what is kind and only what is useful and necessary. Slowly expand the light to the ears. Let the ears be filled with light and think, let me only hear good things. Expand the light to the eyes and let your two eyes be filled with light. Think, let me see good in all things. May I see beauty and harmony in all things around me. Be aware of the light in the head. Imagine that light and love is radiating from the top of your head to surround your mother and father or whoever looks after you. They are now full of light. Think, may my mother and father be filled with peace. Now, expand the light to your teachers and send it out to your relatives and friends, to the people you like, to someone you may have a problem with. Let it expand out to all the people in the world, to all beings, people, animals, birds, fish, to all trees and plants everywhere, to the rocks, and to the planet itself. Think, may the world be filled with light. May the world be filled with love, peace, and happiness. Then let the light expand to every corner of the universe. Think, I am in the light. The light is in me. I am the light. Now allow the light to flow back down through the top of your head, back down into your heart. This light will stay with you all day. Let this light radiate out from your heart to fill your entire being. Let it radiate out from you to everyone you meet throughout the day. Now bring your attention gently back to the room. Open your eyes and stretch and smile at the person next to you.
Embodiments of love, Sairam. Today's discourse, we are going to talk a little bit about the sources of life's lessons. That's knowledge, wisdom, and guidance. As I was preparing for this message, I remembered the words of this hymn which describes the yearning for information. It goes like this. We have been singing this song in school many years ago, and it goes like this. Tell me the stories of Jesus, I love to hear things I would ask him to tell me if he was here. Scenes of the wayside, tales of the seas, stories of Jesus, tell them to me. From time immemorial, man has had a yearning for knowledge, for understanding, for wisdom, for guidance. Knowledge to help us understand our existence, our relation to the environment, and guidance for survival. We want to know where we came from and where we are going. In short, we want to know everything about everything. Human beings
have the capacity to think and to reason using our mind and intellect and our five senses. Using these resources, we can gather and store unlimited knowledge and information in our memory. Observing, listening, reading, touching, tasting, smelling can all be used to give valuable knowledge of the things that surrounds us, from which we can develop wisdom and get our guidance. However, most of our knowledge is from reading or listening to the works of scientists, philosophers, and the life teachings of the avatars of the ages. Today we are going to look at some of the ways that we can learn lessons of life. Throughout history, human has been gathering to listen to messages given by priests or various religions as they interpret their inspired holy books on the lives and teachings of the avatars, the saints and sages, and the holy prophet. Generations after generations have followed these teachings and guidance and have built faith in divinity. They prospered. They grew in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and were equipped to face the challenges of life. They became stronger and better for it. Just a few decades ago, many people in this world were illiterate. Now, the majority of people can read and write. Many of the religious books and information are freely and readily available and within reach of almost everyone who seek. You must get them from a trusted organization online. My friends, our beloved Lord and avatar of this age has given us all the appropriate information and all the pertinent interpretation of holy books. Yes, all the guidance that you as an individual or as a group will need to follow the righteous path to self-realization. A lifetime of Baba's discourses is available online from the Satsangh organization website. Select what is appropriate to you, then read and study for your lessons of life. Brothers and sisters, reading books and listening to the Guru is not the only way to get knowledge, wisdom, and guidance. You see, the universe takes care of all, the literate or the illiterate human or all creatures. Our universe makes provision for all beings and everything. Addressing a study circle, our beloved Lord Baba said, "Do not confine your study to this circle and these books. The universe is the university for you. You can imbibe wisdom from the sky, the clouds, the mountains, the rivers, the daily phenomenon of sunrise and sunset, the season, birds, trees, flowers, insects, and in fact, beings and things in the universe." Baba continues, "Approach these teachers with awe, reverence, and humility. They will respond with their lessons." My friends, brothers and sisters, what a profound advice and assurance our Lord has given us. On the occasion of Guru Purnima in 1981, Baba declared, "The true Guru is not the human preceptor. It is the cosmos itself, Prakriti, creation. The universe and all its components are to be looked upon as one's preceptors and lessons learned from each." Baba assures us that as we approach these cosmic teachers with awe, reverence, and humility, they open our inner eye, the door of intuition, and we can imbibe the lessons in the silence of our heart. They initiate us into wisdom, which involves impartial judgment, clear perception, and the ability to use the knowledge for spiritual awareness. divine inspiration, divine wisdom, and divine guidance is the gift to those with love and reverence in their heart. Let us take one very familiar example. We don't have to look too far to learn lessons of love, kindness, selfless service, gratefulness, cooperation, compassion. All these can be seen in the natural process of rainfall. Here we see the sea, the sun, the atmosphere working in harmony to bring water to fulfill the vital needs on land. We can start by asking questions. How? Why? Do these entities have life, or are they tools of nature? Why does the system transform salt water into fresh water before falling as rain? We can ask many more questions and find the answers for ourselves. We can look at it from a physical or spiritual point of view. We will get answers based on our level of consciousness, as said in the Bible on parables. He who has eyes to see will see, and he who has ears to hear will hear. These answers will be most appropriate to us personally. Therein lies our lesson. Water is the prime necessity of life, without which, as we know it on earth, will cease to exist. So, out of compassion, the sea, the sun, the atmosphere collaborated and created this majestic system to provide water to sustain all manner of life on earth. The sun heated saline water evaporates, rises up into the atmosphere, cools, condenses, and forms moisture-laden clouds. The prevailing wind blows the cloud until it gets too heavy with moisture and falls as rain. According to grace and mercies of the universe and the proper time and season, this natural water distribution system has been sustaining life on earth. In many parts of the world, there is seasonal rain. So when it rains, all dormant plants and creatures show their pleasure in many and varied ways. Trees and plants flourish, blossoms, and bear fruits in a magnificent show of gratitude. Insects, birds, and beasts all share in this bounty and celebrate in lively chirps and chatters, maybe all in praise and thankfulness. There are many lessons for man in just this one example of Mother Nature's work. Let us look at just a few. Just as the water left the sea and came to the land to fill a need to sustain life, so too man is on earth to work in harmony with Mother Nature to ensure sustainability of all. To be compassionate with selfless service like the sea, the sun, and the clouds. To be grateful like the trees and plants, sharing and caring. The water droplets, after serving many years, many uses on lands, may one day find itself into a river that takes it to the sea, the source from which it came. So too, man must strive for divinity, the source from which he came. The sun, the sea, the wind, the plants, the creatures, even the rocks and soil all serve their purposes, all working in harmony for the good of all. The lesson here is that all our activities should contribute to nature's balance and harmony. Just as the plants produce radiant and fragrant blossoms to the delight of many, so too man must work to bring peace and joy to those around. This lesson was taught by Jesus in the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew 5:16. Jesus said, "Let your light so shine that man may see your works and glorify your Father in heaven." I am sure there are many more lessons to learn from this one example of Mother Nature. Just you take the Lord's advice and approach it with awe, reverence, and humility. More and more people are studying the marvelous intricacies of the universe. I am sure there can never be an end to this venture, as the universe is infinite in time and space. just the vastness of this universe is enough for us to contemplate it awe and reverence, and to give praise and thanks to the omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent creator, sustainer, and transformer of the universe. We should never pass up the opportunity to stand and stare at the wonders of nature and be grateful for the lessons it can teach. Always look for the moral of the story, like they say in the kids segment. Baba said, man means to he who marches from the status of self towards the all-inclusive self, from Atma to Paramatma. Towards the success of this march, all nature can provide advice and guidance to the very end. The Guru you must rely upon is nature, which is saturated with God. God does not teach direct, He teaches through nature which surrounds us. When we teach Om to children, we pronounce it loud and at the same time write it on a slate. God has written Om in every speck of nature. That is the slate on which you have to learn. Revere the universe as your Guru, so says Baba. If you can see the spectacular northern lights or the splendor of the Antarctic penguins, the majestic Himalayas or the mighty Amazon River, or observe the plants and creatures in your neighborhood, just perceive it with awe, with reverence and humility, and be inspired directly and personally. Take guidance, lessons of love, compassion, perseverance, faith, and other lessons that may be special to you. Let us remember, Baba said, revere the universe as your Guru. As we gather lessons of life from various sources, reading books, listening discourses, observing nature and the universe, we must contemplate and reflect on these lessons and apply those that are appropriate to our stage in life's journey. Always remember that our beloved Baba said, approach these teachers of the universe with awe, reverence, and humility. They will respond with their lessons. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy and peaceful. Sairam.
May your love we're sharing spread its wings, fly across the earth and bring your joy to every soul that is alive. Satsangh Sukino Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy, be happy. Satsangh Sukino Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy. May the love we're sharing spread its wings, fly across the earth and bring new joy to every soul that is alive. Satsangh Sukino Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy, be happy. Satsangh Sukino Bhavantu, Bhavantu. May all the beings in all the worlds be happy. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. प्रेम से बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
Ram devotees, we have now come to the end of another beautiful online satsang. I thank you for joining with us as we help each other along our spiritual journeys back to Godhead. Until we meet again, I encourage you all to live in love. Make decisions based on love, and allow your divine light to shine and inspire all those around you. Sai Ram.